So, I want to talk about a couple of things actually. So, Virgo, details, analysis, all those things. How would we describe? And I will put this stand away because I don't need it. Excuse me. Okay, and I might have to tighten it and get it back. So, this line right here, and how it was said. And it's really, really important that we see these things also. It's really, really important that we have the facial features, the voice, and everything, fresh in, our minds for honoring, yes, in other ways, such as singing, such as, doing this. And not everybody feels what I feel toward the mental guest. That's why we do these things. So, anyway, this line. This is kind of a skill set that you might need. And also what we did last night also. And it was probably a little bit silly. Maybe it was a little bit long, but I don't know. So this line and how it was said and how it looked. Besides Zach, who is the one who played the line, how would you describe his or Chuck's facial expressions while saying this line? It's like all the little details. Okay, wonderful. So the eyes were a little bit bigger, like a little bit up, like yeah, I'm getting really, really serious. Like I'm like, yeah, you need to give me this back, like kind of that serious look. Wonderful. That's what I am talking about. When someone, like you can squint a little bit like that, or you can, I don't want you to be conscious of it, especially as we're getting toward Mental Health Month come August. I was not feeling really, really good at that time. So anyway, it's like, and something also is Super Nanny. Yes. Sometime we will, I promise. Okay, well, Super Nanny. She teaches the parent to get serious with a child, getting at their level, going down to the child's level. So, kind of going down like this and saying, like, you are in the naughty spot because, and I'm saying that really, really seriously. So it's very, very important when acting. You look at the little details, facial expressions. So the eyes, they were not squinted. They were like really big eyes, like directly looking at you and like meaning business. So I want my cookbook and my Morbium now, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And to be able to see it clearly. If I can do it, wonderful. So, okay, I'll do the best I can. But I want my cookbook and my Morbium. So, if I did it right, did any of you see what you saw when, you remember, check it, it's important to note these things down in your mind. You see, get things on when you mention that. Wonderful. Well, good. I'm very, very glad. So yes, when we're speaking seriously to someone, like like I need you to do this, like I'm not kidding around here, then the eyes are a little bit bigger. The next thing is the nose, but that's not necessary. The lips. That is where the voice comes from. That's the message that we're conveying. Remember what we looked at last night. So the lips, also, and how would you notice the lips? How would you notice the face and the mouth? That's the most important thing above all that we look at here when it comes to facial features. Exactly. Yes. Serious, tough, pushy, means business. Now, on the negative side of the spectrum, as I was just starting to say, one of the things I have written down for cancer season, and I don't know that I'm going to do it, I might actually not, is I Survived. Now, this show, you know, here's the thing. The show is graphic. It contains very, very violent, and kind of like it has a viewer discretion of the descriptions of what people say. And thinking about it now, I might not do that. I might not have you see I Survived. One is because some might be uncomfortable with it. Two, it might keep you awake. Three, I already had conversations with you about putting cuss words and inappropriate content in the songs, and I feel like I'm just going against what I said. And I should practice what I preach, so I made it, abundantly clear to you. And if I am an intermittent ladle playing things like that, then, it's kind of fighting like going against what I said. So I told you, and now I'm not doing it. So that sends kind of mixed message, especially if you were a child. So for those reasons, we're not going to do that. I'm going to cross that off my list. And that's just another thing that I have to do for you all. So, however, this is the point that I want to make about it. How Chuck was coming into Mama P's and getting stern, getting serious, business-like, pushy, demanding, bossy, wanting me to do this and that. How he was coming in and considering him. So right now, I'm going to use your character name. Chuck is 22 years old. If you do the math, born in 97. And he is around the ages, and by look, by voice, by facial expression, those would be around the type of individuals around that age will things really will that would be the age where typically some individuals of that age range, like 16 through, I don't know, say to the rest of life, would be the individuals who would commit crimes. This is what I want to make. This is the point that I want to make. Is that I Survived stories, a majority of them, all about individuals who tell real stories that they survived, and those individuals were attacked. They were kidnapped. They were raped. And they faced death, and they survived. And a lot of it is women getting attacked by men. Because women apparently are more vulnerable and having all the weapons and everything. So that scene reminds me of those types of things. And the individuals who Chuck was addressing, they were all female. You know what? It was very, very serious. There were certain people who are muggles, still want money, need money. And kidnappers who take people, which I don't think that you did. So let's just ignore that theory, but smugglers. Let's just stick to that. You know, that reminded me of the individuals who say, I want this, I want that, otherwise I'm going to hurt you. Otherwise, you know, it's like a lot of them stick, like try to death threat, guns and knives and all those things. But you did it for better, you know, much better than not leaving. Is spelling them over a sleep spell that would last a full year. But it kind of goes with that thing. It's like those people say, give me the money or I'm going to do this to you. You know, and how they're saying it, the facial expression, and the age that they're at, and the type of person. You know, you were just 19. And I'm sure that there are some people, like in cities, that go around, you know, acting like that and doing things to people all of that age and have that type of voice and that type of, you know, like general that range look to them. So that's what I had to compare to. You know, looking at it from all sides, you know, thinking of situations that are really, really similar, but also looking at the differences. You be creative. It can be any random thing, as long as it makes sense to you, as long as you remember when you, like, think of things like that, as long as it reminds you that, I don't care. This is a free space where you can speak your ideas, because this whole mention is personal. It's your own thoughts and ideas and what you see and what you hear and what you think, all those things. You know, I speak what I, you know, yada yada yada, and you should do the same as well. And everyone sees it, hears it differently. And this is how I see it. Okay? Now, you know, I want my, you know, it's like I want my money. You know, I want the money. Otherwise, it's going to come down to, like, if you don't give me this, then, you know, done for, you know. And so that's what this line, with all of the elements that we looked at, okay, and everything, reminds me. So that's what I want to talk to you about, that line. And Oliver. Now, we might actually come back and look at the other lines as well from that, actually, if I can. Yeah. Alright, so that's all I wanted to take a look at there. We might actually look at a couple more lines. And we'll analyze a couple more lines later. Okay? And we might see that same scene again sometime. But that's all I wanted to get to now. But we have something that we need to get started. And I will not push it aside. Alright, so now I have lyrics that I printed that are right here, and I will get some tape and I will hang it up. I'm just going to take these down because we don't need them. And, okay, there we go. Alright. Now I'm going to take these down, put them somewhere else here. I'll stick them there. And I will take this up, and I did some changing on the lyrics, but tried to go in how they were similar, but altered some of the words. Okay. And I don't think I need that now. So you all recall him singing, and, oh, it's going to be so fun. We're going to be singing this song which was beautiful. With the music. I'm going to be singing it with... Okay, clearly, Abby Lee has been at my image because I feel sometimes like I'm really picking up how she goes about. But I try not to. I try not to a little bit, but I have, I copy what I see on movies and shows to different individuals, Sometimes I think like I sound like a teacher that I've had, like a person I've seen on television, all those things. So, these are the lyrics. So, you're all going to get the opportunity to sing with Zach when we learn the song, okay? And that's something that we're going to be doing together, as we're going to be singing a little duet over this song sometime. I'm going to be changing the lyrics to make it more, no socials kind of thing, like we. And, well, actually, it might not. Well, I don't know. And also Climb Every Mountain, and a couple more songs like Simple Gifts and things like that. And then, that Climb Every Mountain especially, which I love that song. Absolutely, like, one of my all-time favorite songs, Climb Every Mountain from The Sound of Music. So, let's see if, you would be able to, sing it with a thing that you would. Maybe you like it. I think that'd be, and that will really challenge you to show your, your fullest voice expression, which is what I want to hear. And also see as well. So, I am trying to now find, oh, there it is. Underneath all the little papers and everything. Okay, so, I have changed the lyrics. Okay, so let's see. So what key are we going to be on? Now I'm going to play for you once again that song. Okay, just so you can hear it. And I know that we heard it last night, but it will not hurt to replay it. So, Zach Callison, Familiar. And because we're honoring the mentioned guest, we're looking at everything, like all the details and everything, especially how they sing. And I try to challenge all of them to sing, and a lot of them do. Look at Helena Bonham Carter; she sang, and I did a little bit with her because I wanted to hear like the fullest out of what she could do. Like Susan Boyle, I already heard that, so maybe you could sing like. Okay, so I just want you to hear this one again. Okay, just because this is that song that kind of stuck out to me. Really stuck out to me quite a bit.
Familiar, why is this so familiar? Familiar, like something I used to know. Familiar, staring up at the ceiling. Familiar, I swear that I know this feeling, where everybody wants me to be mine, and everything I do it right.
That part kind of reminded me of that.
I sway them with a joke or with a song, and maybe that'll help us get along. Familiar, why is this so familiar?
Is this reminding anyone of anything?
Familiar, like something I used to do.
I think it's
Familiar, she used to throw a tantrum, insisting that, hey, I'm a dime too. I bet she drove them crazy all the time. They love her, but they're leaving her behind.
I like that key change.
more important places they should be. Hanging out with someone just like me. Familiar, that's why it's so familiar. Familiar, like someone I used to be. Familiar, but this time I've had some practice at helping a struggling family. Oh, I'll get them all together in one place. And once we're all together face to face, I'll show them all the error of their ways and stop their spread of terror across space.
Alright, I could not help myself. I really could not. So I had to do a little bit. But hope that didn't take over. Of course, you've heard it before. So I want to hear more things like that song. Okay, before I said all the things that I did to you last night, I just want to say I want to hear more of the things like that song. So, singing voice is not a female singing voice, which is what a lot of the mentioned guests, charm me and all those things with their feminine voices. No, it's not that. It's not that type of voice. As I said, it's a cross between the feelings and motivations I feel toward having an mentioned guest and a little bit of what I have down there in that building. But I think I'm leaning more towards the mentioned person. Okay. It's not a female voice. It is a masculine. But not super like masculine kind of thing. But it's I'll use the word. Well, it's kind of sweet and loving, soft, like coochie, teddy bear like masculine, if you know what I mean. So it's not like, hey kind of thing. No, it's not like that. It's, it's just someone's own individual, and that's really, just someone's own thing, and I do not want to change that. I do not want to change what is unique on that person, that makes their voice. All I want is, do more of it. Highest potential kind of thing. I don't want, something other than what I just heard, and I think that hearing that song, I think that, as I said, opens up a lot of gates for, singing Climb Every Mountain and songs like Susan Boyle, which hearing that song, I think that you can very, very well sing Climb Every Mountain. And I think we could do it together with a little duet sometime. I think that'd be really, really fun. What do you think? Okay. So I think that you can do something. So, alright, so that's all I want to say about that. I am resisting the temptation. Okay, so let's see, what key are we on? This is where we get into kind of the as I said, and I did not come up with this, but a choir teacher I had did, on the dirt. Let's see. the song. I'm sure that you've seen Mary Poppins. I knew. It is really the music of it. Oh, and also, Feed the Birds. That's another idea. And that song. Okay. Yeah, that's the.
Something I.
Let's see. I lost it.
You find that.
Okay, so. Whatever octave that you want it in. So, singing it a cappella, it would be familiar. Why is this so familiar? Familiar, like something I used to know, that kind of thing. Familiar. Oh, now here's the thing that I want to talk about. Is that this song has its lyrics. I forgot about this, so it kind of, but not really. This is the song from Steven's Universe. We're going to be listening to I'm going to be watching the movie this evening, Steven's Universe. I think that we will. This is what I was talking about. We're all going to be watching that movie, and I wonder if we should do it at okay. Yeah, we may just watch it here, in the theater. So, the change is, so I added in, this is a song based off of Just Dead Magic and Chuck. So, familiar, all the magical spices. Familiar, all of the dangerous prices. Okay, so I did this. I didn't want to ruin something that was really good, and thinking about it. But, this is the thing, okay, now, alright, so, familiar, all the magical spices. Familiar, all the dangerous prices. I'm okay, so that's the very, very first one. So speaking it in rhythm, as we did, I want you to try to do it with me. So let's see here. Familiar, okay, I don't want to do that. I don't like the sound. Let's just skip. I don't want to do the rhythm. I really don't for this one. So just let's worry about the singing. It's extra, weight off my back. So familiar, why is this so familiar? Familiar, like something I used to know, kind of thing. Okay, and then familiar, all the magical, all the magic spices. Familiar, all the dangerous prices. Okay, so I want you to try to sing that with me. Okay, and remember rhythms doing it through that. Okay, so let's see. Let's actually start. So, familiar, why is this so familiar? Sing with me. Familiar, like something I used to know. Wonderful. And then moving on. Familiar, all the magic spices. Familiar, all the dangerous prices. And you can go in and you can tell me, if you think that anything needs a change or that I should add something on, you can always let me know. I'm open to new ideas with, the songs that I compose, I agree. Yes, I definitely agree. Here's what I want to say. Balance. I want to use the word balance. I believe in constructive criticism. I am not a believer in, just say don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Well, yes, there's a time and a place for that. But I think that that's really how someone becomes better, is if there is constructive criticism while maintaining that kind, that it's like that empathy and all of those things balanced in. So that's what I was talking about with the balance. Okay, so, and that goes for everybody, I'm not saying it because I am different than everybody else. I'm saying it because I am one with everybody else. So that's what I want to say. Now, if you want to, cause havoc and try to, get in my face about it and try to hurt my mention and go act so the behaviors that you saw from Kim Reynolds, okay, I know that none of you will copy those things, and I do not want or need you to do that, okay? Do not, she was a nuisance to this Minton, and she did not need, I didn't want her or need her there. And I could just continue on talking and talking and talking, but just don't act like her. Anyway, so let's see here. So which key are we in? So let's see here.
I swear that everybody wants me to be.
So will everybody wants me to be gone, and everything I do I mean no wrong. Okay, kind of thing. And why am I still singing the same song? And maybe someday we'll get along. I wonder if I should change the third verse. How do you feel about the third verse, and why am I still singing the same song? Do you like that? Okay, good, wonderful. Okay, I just couldn't think of any other words that had the O and G in it, like that Indian restaurant. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. So now I want you to sing this stanza. So, will everybody wants me to be gone? And this is talking about Chuck, remember.